The fear of death. What is death? Where did death came from? This is a question that is dominating most of us. Today, I came up with something special for all of us, be it you are a juvenile or a pensioner. I know this is a question of where people go after death is still a nightmare to all of us, be it a believer or non-believer. To some, death is a brutal of the basic of fear. That's why even predators accumulate of wealth sells their property when the so-called prophets announced the end of the world. For hundreds of millions of years, a man has been asking the still unanswered question, from what place did he came from? And where is he going? And this question up to today is still unanswered. Instead, the heroic, that is Christianity, Muslim, Judaism, have done it into business. A preacher came to me and told me, come into my tent, embrace my faith, accept my belief. I'll give you a ticket that will admit you straight away into heaven. Or remain outside. The devil comes, burns you throughout eternity. I know even most of you are aware of those leaders, be it in Africa, you know them, be it even in Western countries. Eternity is a long time. Fear is a terrible thing. The thought of eternity, that is eternal punishment, especially with fire, not only causes you fear to death, but also makes you lose reason to live, invent, and enjoy the creation. In my research, I came across a book that is Catalog of the Gods, in which were listed 30,000 gods which man has worshipped. Think of it, imagine 30,000 of them, from crayfish to man. This is an indication that man have become frightened at the approach of death. The religious leaders have failed to provide the safe conduct into heaven, nor by lack of such provision allow the unfortunate to descend into hell. The possibility of the latter seems so terrible that the very thought of it lays hold of the imagination in such a realistic way it paralyzes the reason and sets up the fear of death. In truth, no man knows, and no man has ever known what heaven or hell is like. No, nor does any man know if either place actually exists. So right now, human beings must practice to live happily with each other. Do good to your neighbor, because you don't know where you are going and where you came from. The fear of death is a useless. Death will come no matter what. Anyone may think about it, accept it as necessary, and pass the thought out of your mind. That was my message today, and thank you for watching. If you want to receive more information, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me Instagram as Victor Chebi, and like my page as Mastermind. Thank you.